Hello, guys. You're most welcome on this stream. This is Onyx from Onyx Games. I work on game called Janosik, Janosik 2 actually, and Janosik 2. It's Metroidvania platform game in kind of retro style, pixel graphics, and it's Janosik 2. But if you want, you can just check it out. Janosik 1, which is on Steam for free and on GOG as well for free, because it's very similar type of the game. Well, Janosik 1 will give you better idea what we're talking about today. It's free game and it has very good positive reviews, so you can check it out and play it by yourself. But after the stream, because today I want to work with you guys about on level design, and maybe we can together create a level. I prepared a couple things for today. My notes, which should be open and visible for everyone, and I kind of give you an idea what is my process, what is my creative process when I create levels. We get to it, and I should say actually, guys, hello to everyone on the chat. I see you, Small Bros, Vexel, hello guys, Devix Gaming, hello, super guys to see you here, fantastic. Oh, Small Bros confirmed that he played that Janosik one. So thank you, Small Bros. Absolutely pleasure, and thank you very much for playing that game. And so, guys, let's get to it. Let's get to this subject. Today we have level design, and you could see what I see on my screen, which is a couple of bullet points. And I just go through them briefly, and then we'll get back to them as we start creating the level. So what is my process? Basically, well, first thing, when I create a level, I want to give a reason to a player to go to that level. So it might be pretty much anything, but it must be a good reason to just go there. For instance, it might be a treasure that he is in that level, and the player can get that treasure, or it might be maybe some extra skill that is in that level. Something should be there. Maybe there will be kind of like a backstory that we have to rescue someone, and this person is on that level, and you can rescue that person. So pretty much anything what you can imagine, but it's just better to have some reason, maybe in the story, or just any kind of reason for player to go to that level, instead of having just kind of a random level. So that's one thing. The other thing is when you go to that level, and when you finish the level, it should be kind of like a clear reward for player for completing this level. It should be very obvious that he got it, the level is finished, and he can just leave that level and go to other levels. It should be, I don't know, a sound, or maybe a message, or maybe a dialogue that suggests that you did it, well done, fantastic, and let's go to another level. So it's kind of important, thing to communicate to player what's going on. Level structure. I start with very simple thing, level name. I suggest to everyone who are designing the levels, do we have any game devs here? Actually, we have Small Bros for sure. for sure. So he is working on a game called B.I.O.T.A. He's on Fridays, Small Bros, and that might be helpful actually for any game developers. I name my levels even for myself. Some in some cases it depends on the structure of the game, but you could see sometimes the names of the levels in some games. In some games you don't see it, but basically I would name all the levels in the game in the way that suggests what is this level about. It might be again, it might be pretty much anything. It might be shape of the level. Let's say the level is in shape of, let's say, a spiral or something like that. So it might be just something like a spiral level or something like that. It might be a mission, name of the mission that you on. So let's say you are rescuing someone, and that might be a blacksmith, for instance. So it might be a rescue blacksmith. That might be good name for a level. And another idea that came to my mind, it might be, for instance, a suggestion how to finish the level, or what skills to use to finish the level. We go through that, we dive in it a little bit deeper in a couple minutes, but let's go to another bullet point. Before I start even designing level in my game engine, I like to start to work on that level on the paper. At least I used to do that. I had just piece of paper, and I drew two things, and I made it like a diagram or kind of draft of the level, just very very simple one. But I use now quite interesting program. It's free program. It's Milanote. I will show you that in a couple of minutes, so you will see that. You will see that, and pretty much you can make diagrams. You can make different nodes and connect them with arrows. Very very useful tool actually when you design the levels and when you design actually anything. Well, what's the other thing in my bullet points? So when I have all these things, I start with small areas. I make them kind of like, let's say, rooms. I make sure a room it's quite cool. It has enemies, traps, or whatever, and I make them one by one. And then I connect them in a bigger level. That way, it's just easier, because if I would have to design a huge big level, I could be overwhelmed by the size of it. So it's good to start with something small and then connect that at the end, and that works better. It's less overwhelming. If you heard that expression, how to eat an elephant, so you eat it by piece. So that's how you do it, and that's how I do that when I have big levels to create. What else? Small things, because it's Metroidvania type of game. So I'd like to avoid backtracking, and I have couple ideas to avoid that backtracking. For instance, I can create a loop. That's an example, but we will do a level which is like a loop. You start at some point, and you go around that level. You finish that level, and you will land at the place where you started, and that's that will kind of allow you to avoid all the backtracking. When you get your reward, you don't have to go back all the way back. You can just use a shortcut or something and land at the place where you started. Okay. One other thing I'd like to put on the level landmarks or kind of things that people will remember and quite important because if you have loads of levels made of tiles, it might be the case when player will be lost and he doesn't know where he is. So if you have some kind of special buildings that are a little bit different, or maybe some tree, or I don't know, a lake, or a monument or something like that, that that will give you a player chance to remember where he is. It might be an NPC or some special enemy or anything like that. So, but it's good to have it in the level. And after when I design all the level, of course I test the level. I check it how it works, and I do that even when I still working. So I just test small things. If that if I put a platform, I test it if I can jump on it, and I do that kind of all the time, frequently, and even after the level is finished, I do one more test to make sure everything is on its place. So this is quite briefly I went through those bullet points, but let's go to that program Milanote, which is here. I mentioned this is a free tool, and that's very, very useful. And pretty much you could do any notes that you need. It might be if you have to, let's say, pack for for holiday, you can make couple notes and put it there. It's like a wall with sticky notes. But I use that program to to kind of design my levels, or to design even a game. It's very useful in that matter. So I probably mentioned about a few things there, but the level that I'm working on will have a name Hook, and it's not the shape of the level actually, but I mentioned that it could be shape or mission or name after enemy that's in that level. Example, Minotaur Maze. It might be a word at the end of the level, so it might be a pirate treasure, or name can suggest how to win the level. But in this case, it's a hook, and this is a reward actually, which is a skill that you can get in this level, and it's like a hook with a rope, and you throw it, and you can just basically use it to kind of move through the level. Pretty cool. I will show you that later on how it looks in the game. But that's the name of the level, the hook. The goal of this level is to get this rope with a hook. So pretty much it's very, very clear, very clear. You can't miss it. That's basically it. And reward, yeah, that's the new cool skill. So I made kind of simple diagram here. It's not simple map of that level, but it's not real map. It's just more like a provisional thing. You will start here where it says enter, and you go through that level. You will get you can't go left because it's blocked by this door, but on the way you will get the key, you will get this reward, and you can go back using that door because you have a key. So when you go back, you can go back to the place where you started, and you can go back to the hub level. But I think it will be pretty simple design like that, and we can start working on it. If you have any question about anything or any suggestions or anything like that, you can write me in the chat. Hello, Rinoa. And let's get to it. At the end, when I have all the things, platforms and the shape of the level finished, I will put some details, traps, enemies, some background tiles, and things like that. So it should be good. I will open now my engine, and we have a blank page here. It's just like a square, and we don't have anything except background, player, and I put few small things that could be useful, like a checkpoint, few traps, and things like that. That is like this landmark I mentioned about it, like something that looks a little bit different and will be only in that level. And thanks to that, people will remember that level better, if they will have to go back to that level or something. But let's get to it. So I mentioned I want to create a loop, and I use tiles in this case. The whole game is made of tiles. The size of the tile is 16 by 16 pixel, so it's a square tile. And I prepared a couple different type of tiles. So you have like a stone tiles, roof, like ground, different type of stones, rocks, and things like that. So wood. In this case, I think we will use this type of tile. That will be like a forest, or ground tiles anyway. But in my imagination, that would be like a little bit of forest, and enter to some kind of dungeon. So let's get to it. I will use that brush forest ground. That's what I call this. What is really cool about those tiles, when I draw the map, it's like I draw a shape. I can make all the shapes I want, and they're all connected. So I don't have to kind of put it tile by tile like that. It would be really time consuming. I can just make it like like use it like a pen and paper, and I can draw some shapes with that. So that's very useful. I think this function is called tile auto mapping or something like that. Very, very useful. The engine that I use, it's called Construct 3, and I think I will maybe remove actually what I did here because I just wanted to show you that I can make shapes. But let's say middle of this level would be somewhere here. So let's say we came from this side, and it doesn't have to be straight. It might be a couple different hills or something like that. And that's my ground. I put my player avatar somewhere here, and also I will put a checkpoint somewhere here as well. So when we start the game, we will be able to save. Okay, so first I will just kind of draw a very first shape of that level. And I mentioned that I wanted some kind of a loop. So let's see, the level actually will start somewhere here. And the loop will be something like this. Well, that will give boundaries of this level. It doesn't have to be perfect. I will kind of, update those shapes when I need them, if I want to make like a passage or something like that. But I start with kind of a general shape of that level. So within that loop, we will have our level, something like that. Right. And we want to go back from that side here. And so basically we go this way. We go this way. There could be, few rooms here and there. And a couple traps and things like that. But basically we go this way. We have to go this way because this way on the left will be blocked by door. I don't have a door yet. I will just put a blockage here. I will remove that when I put doors. So we want kind of a loop which goes from here. You can. I like when people actually play the level and they kind of visit small rooms and there's something interesting in it. There might be a treasure or a little secret or something like that. So I will make place for things like that. I will make place, and let's say we will also use second type of tiles, some stones, and those stones, we'll put some more stones actually in that place because we are in the cave, kind of. So we go from here to the cave, and in the cave I don't think we have actually grass, so so I put some more kind of stones here. All right. Okay. If you have any questions, again, you can ask me in the chat. And Pavlok Death. I always wanted to know how it looks like to create levels in 2D. What is the size, Rinoa? What is the size of the work area? Size 976 by 976 pixels. It's square, and it's a square, but because this level it's built of tiles and there are 16 by 16 pixels, so what I did 970. Oh no, that's sorry, that's the tile map a little bit bigger, but that size is divided by 16, so it's just to make sure I can put tiles in every corner of the map and they will fit. So if, for instance, if we would have 900 and it wouldn't be perfect fit for 16 pixels, you would have only half of the tile or something like that. So that's why they have to be divided by 16, the whole area. Anyways, let's create a couple of platforms. Let's create a couple of rooms, and we see how it goes. I have to kind of create a room for this new uh, skill that player will get it here. So that, well, room, I mean not the room, I mean like a place where he can where player can learn how to use it. So um, basically it will be something like you jump up, and you just use this hook, and maybe a few traps as well. So that way I allow player to learn how to use it. Anyways, we go here, and right. Very nice thing is when you have the rooms and all the ingredients. I like to kind of at the end put some details like backgrounds, leaves, stones, or windows, or anything like that. It's one of my favorite things, and I very often actually ask my sister to do that. She's very good at it. I think she learned to do that when she played Sims, and in Sims, as you all know, you have ability to create houses uh, and places, and it's very useful actually skill if you want to become later on uh, a level designer. Okay, so we have a couple things here. It looks like that. It's extra room here. Maybe we add some platforms here and there. And we go here to collect maybe some more treasures. But let's say, or maybe no. Maybe let's say we'll have to go there. And then when we finish this section, we have some space there. So we can go through that level and land here. I like that idea. Yeah, very good. And then it's loads of space here, but what I wanted to do uh, is I wanted to go here. Here will be our reward, let's say. Um, and when we get it, we will be able to use it. So let's say we jump here, and we can jump over there. Couple platforms. It's pretty interesting skill, and actually maybe I should show you that because we don't have any kind of view on it, but I will show you actually how it looks in real life, this skill. And so, oh yeah, I have to switch that on by collecting this item. It's like that, and now I can use it. and it's like that. So you throw a hook, and that way you can travel through the level kind of fast. So I want to test actually this. Oh, this ability to go through the level. Oh yes, something like that. So let's say we'll collect that somewhere here. Oh, maybe right. So that gives me an idea. I think that brick should be a little bit lower. Or yeah, that's not too bad. I think we should here have some kind of shelves or something like that because I can't go up. So I need to give a player ability to learn how to use it, and it has to be done, through testing. And I mentioned that I test my levels all the time, and even at the early stage, because I need to know where to put shelves and platforms and traps and things like that. Yeah, that's right. So a couple of things. Um, we will use this brick here. This maybe should be somewhere here, and something like that. I think because he can use the hook and land there. Um, and something like this. That's the places for hook. Right. Let's say here we'll have some kind of treasure, so you can collect some coins and uh, jewels and things like that. And here we had some problem as well. I think that would be better. That gives you a shelf to land. That should be probably higher. So we go here and here. Here we'll have to probably jump, and then we just go here. All right. So that's kind of very general idea for that level, and I will start adding some details. So this level will look more like you know a place, like a dungeon or anything like that. But because at the moment it looks like a couple bricks and the ground. So let's say here we built some kind of a ruined tower or something like that. It's made from bricks. And I like to create a kind of a backstory of those places. So let's say you're in the middle of some kind of forest, and you find a place like this, a ruined old tower. It's like in RPG games or something like that, or some, I don't know, ghost stories or legends or anything like that. And you expect maybe there's some kind of treasure in it. I'd like to think like that basically when I create my creations. So, or maybe there was like a old battle a long time ago here. So only what's left, it's like a ruin of the tower, and we can discover what's in it, explore it. Let's say we put some stones somewhere here, so kind of like a ruins of what happened maybe centuries ago. Okay, so that's good start, I think. Maybe we put some flanks. I think that's what you call this here, so it looks more like a tower. Um, I think maybe something like that, because when we will have we will be able to jump it over it and maybe, let's say, collect some extra heart here or something like that. That's cool. Some ruins anyway. Well, now would be good time, I think, to add some walls behind this. And the way I do that, I have um, two layers of backgrounds. One, it's like a layer with walls, and the other, it's layer with decorations. So let's say on one layer, on the bottom layer, you could put a wall, a wooden wall, and on top of that wall, on another layer, you could put a painting. So it seems like a painting, it's hanging on the wall. And uh, basically, that's how I designed this game. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. I will show you guys what I have. So that's another set of tiles with walls, basically. So we have different types of walls. Let's say this is kind of like a brown stone wall. It looks like that. Pretty simple, but I'd like to straight away almost kind of create some details. So I have different type of that tile. So there is a shadow as well. So it looks it is a little bit kind of more interesting when you add shadows. Um, some finish like a edge of this stone. Some maybe broken stones as well. So straight away it looks a little bit different. It's not as plain as it was. I have a window here as well, so that might be cool. So alt tower like that. So let's say um, we will, and I will show you actually, guys, another layer because that's only kind of a wall. Well, I have three as well. Three because and it's like a branches only because let's say at this tree we'll have some, because I can put in another layer some leaves on it, but let's say we'll put just a tree like that. In fact, I think it would be quite cool to add some branches over here and over there. So it looks like really old ruin. I like that. I like that. That's really good. I like it. Now, the other layer that I have with decorations, it has, well, different different decorations. So it might be like old flag or something, you know. It might be like a little bit of kind of green ivy hanging here from that tower. I'll have something like that. So it looks even older. And I have to say, I like this effect straight away. This is quite good. It's quite good. I like it. Now, we can add maybe some other things a little bit deeper in this dungeon. So we add more walls. Um, right. Actually, I will use that tool, rectangle tool. That's much quicker to create bigger spaces. Okay. Um, let's say most of this dungeon where you have brown stones, you will have that wall, but maybe we'll use another wall as well, another type of the wall. Um, so it won't be all the same. We have variety of different walls. But let's say this area will use this type of the wall. Okay. Now let's add some details. We start with the shadows. Uh, like that. Straight away, even after adding the shadows, it looks somehow better, deeper. Uh, I like adding those shadows. They give, I don't know, better dimension of that level. So almost there. It's like making a level from almost kind of ready things. Probably will not finish this level today because it's quite huge, but let's say it will be work in progress, and next time we'll work on that level again. Oh yes, sorry. I should add kind of finish of this shadow. Yeah, something like that. Here, there, in this corner. Yep. Oh, I didn't do the shadow there, so let's fix that. Um, I can only imagine that people before those engines, they did everything by themselves. Um, I My first computer was Amiga, but even before Amiga, you had lots of different computers, and people were making games um, on those machines, and they had to figure out probably how to make tiles or things like that. Tiles actually are quite good technique because it allows to save memory. So instead of making a background that is like um, you know, custom background, and it has all this area, and it's just huge large picture, then that will take loads space in the memory. It doesn't really probably matter in today's world when we have super fast computers, but back then I suppose it was pretty important that you had to save memory, and you could build from couple tiles a place that looks kind of unique. And so, right, I will add a couple more shadows here and there. And it's very time consuming actually. But we add some more, maybe those ivies. So the level looks a little bit more detailed. So everywhere where we have this type of the background, I will add some ivies. I will, of course, add the finish, nice finish for that. Oh, maybe not here. Okay. think we're getting there. We're getting there. One of the nicest things that I like to add is this wooden. What do you call? Oh yeah, something like that. It might be nice detail. What do you call this? Support or something like that. So the ceiling will not fall on your head. So there is a little bit of wooden support, and we add a couple of those. Why not? Right. Okay. And let's say we add a couple other details. We have a skeleton here. A skeleton is must. I love skeletons. Maybe we can imagine that there was some kind of a battle over here a long time ago, and we have like knights lying here and there with their shields. No, there is another one. So when we have kind of a human figure, human shape, I personally I kind of think that I remember better things when I mean, when I visit some kind of place, I never been here before, and I see some skeletons and old knight that then it's kind of sticks in my memory better. So actually, that's those skeletons are quite useful. We put them here and there. Um, It's a dungeon, so maybe we'll add some different skeleton here. It's like a chained skeleton, and he's like in prison. So we add few of those. Maybe not here, actually. Maybe not here. We'll design a special place for them. We'll design a special place, and that would be something for to hold the weapons. What else we have? We have lots of different things. In most cases, I draw them by myself. When I need something, basically, I just draw it. I just draw it. Couple, I don't know, maybe those shells actually I bought online, so that saves time if you buy ready asset. It's always time saving. If you can't draw it by yourself, you can just buy it online. There's loads of different places where you can buy it. And there is also a place where you can get some assets for free. It's called Game Dev. Sorry, I just checked the link. Game Dev Market? No, that's where you game. Oh, Dev. No. Oh yes, opengameart.org. That's a very useful place. People just create some assets, and then they place that there for free. I did that myself. I have a couple assets, and they're completely for free, and people can get it, some fonts or tile maps or things like that. So a very useful place. If anyone is looking for place and you don't have time to draw your own thing or own things, you can just you can buy them, or you can just visit opengameart.org and you can get them those assets there. And oh, this is quite interesting stone. We put it a few stones like there, right? That's very nice. Oh, yeah, actually, I think I will put few holes in those walls so they will look a little bit more natural. It's not like same type of the wall, but couple couple holes. It's always good. It looks more natural instead of having plain wall. Okay, that looks good. And it already looks a little bit more interesting. And actually, I want to play it. And before actually I do that, I put some more tiles over there so it doesn't look like empty. And that was brush forest ground. We just fill it like that. Sorry, I didn't even look at the. Oh, someone told me that uh, this skill, this this thing that my character is using, it's called grappling hook. Thanks. I always learn something new with my English, so thank you very much, Caspius Labs. Grappling hook. I remember that. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. And I will see how it looks in the game. So very good. Some of those rooms are empty, so we fill them with different things, and it will look less empty, a little bit more interesting. But don't worry, we'll fill them with different things. I think actually we should do a little bit more stone work here. So that's good. And I think I will actually start adding some details, some more platforms and things like that. I have my object bank over here, loads of different things. But for sure, sorry, excuse me, we need door. We need some traps. We need some platforms. I start with platforms actually. Probably that would be good idea. And nope. I just put little minus over there, so then it's like that. And also, of course, I have like a middle one, so something like that. So it's a platforming game, so we should have loads of platforms. Very interesting game I played recently. It's a platform game, but without without jumping. It's about snake, and you go through the platforms. It's a very different approach to platforming. It's called Snake Pass. If you ever played that game, it's pretty cool. You can control a snake, and um, it's something new. I never even imagined that you can create a game, platforming game without platforms, without a character that can jump from platform to platform. But it's platforming game, I think, I guess. All right. So couple platforms. So you will be able to jump out of this dungeon. Um, we'll add maybe a little bit more of some details, decorations, backgrounds, top. It's a ruin, so we should add some destroyed rocks. Here and there. More detail is better, and maybe it's good thinking as well that someone lived there at some stage. This whole thing should be kind of human friendly, at least not at this moment, but ages ago, uh, before before tragedy happened, whatever happened there. But let's say we should have some rooms that people could live in there. Let's say maybe a room where they could sleep, or maybe an armory where they store their shields and weapons and things like that. So I have to think about that as well, just to make sure this level is interesting. Um, I'm looking back at my level design. I think everything is intact. We should probably do a little bit more testing, but unfortunately, it's almost time to wrap up to finish the stream. So we'll finish very soon. Is Hey guys, thank you so much for being with me. It was great what we can do together, and it was great to working together on that level. I really enjoyed that. So hopefully I will see you next week at 7 p.m. Central European Time on Tuesday. And if you want, guys, you can visit all the other developers that are on this channel and they work on their games. You can also, if you have any questions about my game or any other games that are on this channel, you can visit Discord, Retrovibe Games. Sorry, someone is knocking to my window at the end of the stream. Sorry about that. It's a courier. I think he has a package for me. No worries, someone will get it. Maybe it's from the Small Bros. Small Bros is a developer that works on a game called B.I.O.T.A. He's on Fridays, by the way. Yeah, someone got it. His game is sets in the future on the space station, science fiction moods genre. I love science fiction. Oh yeah, they got it, so it's fine. It's about mutated organisms who attack everyone who is on the station, and there is like a team of guys who just landed on this space station, and they fight with those mutated organisms. There are different mutated things, spiders and things like that. So pretty cool game. It's on Fridays actually. Oh yeah, we got it. We got the package. Thank you very much. Thanks. Yeah, we got the package. Wonder what's inside. Yeah, that's from Small Bros. Small Bros. He told me he will send me something. We will open it on the channel live, and we see what's inside together. I just get my scissors. Right. I always like getting packages. It's like present. So I wonder what's inside. So this is good. What? Jesus, that was a spider. God. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He went away somewhere. I need to call Small Bros about that. He knows how to kill those things. Okay, guys. I think I will see you next week then. See you later, guys. Bye.